everybody, welcome to the Macros 101. I'm going to teach you guys all about macros. I'm sure you heard about it, and it comes in many different forms and names, and it's kind of like a buzz thing, but really what it breaks down to are just the simple things that make up your food. So I'm going to teach you how to figure it out for your own specific needs, your own body, your own everything. It's going to be completely tailored to you. How exciting is that? So first, a lot of you guys said, well, you just wanted to join the group to know what the heck macros even are. So macronutrients is what it stands short for. What it breaks down to is the basic essential things that make up food, which is carbs, protein, and fat, right? Those are, when you break down all food, it comes down to that. And, you know, your food, you need vitamins, you need minerals, you need fiber, all these other things too. But when you're trying to figure out what you specifically need to reach your goals, I encourage you to figure out your macros. So that's what we're going to do. Basically, food is just, it's not a calorie for a calorie. Yes, when you work out and, you know, just breathing, just living burns calories. Not all calories are created equal. So let's say you eat, a balanced diet every day with knowing your macros. You know, you're eating proteins and you're eating carbs and you're eating fats and you're getting, fiber and you're getting nutrients. That's a lot different than, let's say, you ate 15 100 calorie packs of cookies. Even though you're in the same calorie range, a calorie is not a calorie, because if you're eating those 100 calorie packs, those are going to be full of mostly carbs and fat and very processed, highly processed food. So you're not going to get the same goals just counting calories that you do looking at your macros. So basically, what it breaks down to, per gram of carbs is about 4 calories. So when you break it down, a gram of carbohydrates is about 4 calories. A gram of fat is about 9 calories, and a gram of protein is about 4 calories. So that's a lot different, when you're trying to break down your food. Also, your body reacts differently to different things. Like, your body will use carbohydrates for energy. A lot of times carbohydrates are attached to fiber, and your body needs the fiber. Your body will use fat as energy, especially stored energy, to burn more fat. Isn't that crazy? And protein is a basic building block that your body uses to build muscle. And not just build muscle, but, maintain your muscle, feed your muscle that you have. And you want muscle because muscle burns fat. Trust me. So anyway, those are kind of the generic basics. Let me tell you quickly a little bit about myself, and then I'm going to teach you how to figure out your own macros and then show you some visuals too. So my name's Stephanie Lane, if we've never met. I'm a mom. I live in rural Iowa. I was a teacher for about 7 years. And during those 7 years, I was introduced to coaching. And this is something that I do all online pretty much. And, we have 2 very, very small children. Two of our kids are under 3. So coaching has given me the ability to help people online and stay home with our 2 littlest and actually, earn more than I did as a teacher. So it's like a win-win. And then I help mentor other coaches to do the same thing that I do. And I help mentor women to reach their goals. And it's really a lot of fun. It's given me a lot of freedom, a lot of choice. But in doing so, it's helped me reach my goals. So since I've become a coach, I've had 2 children. As a new coach, I was able to lose 30 pounds. And then we had our daughter Lily, and I gained and lost 30 pounds. And then we had our daughter Evelyn, and I gained 40 pounds with her. I spent some time on hospital bed rest, gained a little bit more than I wanted to. I think I was eating out of stress, being on hospital bed rest. But I've lost over 20 pounds, and I'm working my way closer every day to getting rid of that 40. So I'm just going to teach you what I do to be able, and how I teach my clients to be able to reach their goals. All right, so grab a pen and paper. If you haven't already, you can pause me, which is kind of nice. And we're going to figure out your goals for your needs, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is to take your weight times 11. Your weight times 11. And you can use your phone calculator, you can pause me, you can jot it down on a piece of paper. Your weight times 11, and that's going to give you your baseline calories. That's basically the calories your body needs to function. Just to function daily. Your body needs those calories. All right, so we're going to take your baseline and add 400 calories. The reason we're adding 400 calories is to include exercise, which you should be doing at least 5 to 6 times a week. So if you are maintaining, if you're wanting to just maintain your weight, I want you to stop there. And that is your calorie needs for you. But if you're wanting to lose weight, lose body fat, then you're going to do this third step. And the third step is to subtract 750 calories because we want to create a deficit. A deficit means you're burning more calories than you're intaking. And doing the macros is going to help you feel full, okay? So bear with me here. But what you get there is your target for weight loss, your target for fat loss. So let me go over that again. Your weight times 11 equals your baseline. Then you take your baseline plus 400 for exercise. Then we take your calorie needs minus 750. And that is for you, your target, your calorie target for weight loss and fat loss. Cool? Okay, so next step is we're going to talk about breaking down your calories now into your macros. So you have your calories, and we don't just want to eat all of our calories from carbs, like I said. We don't want to eat that many calories out of cookies or that many calories out of just chicken. We want to have a good range of your macronutrients. So for moderate, or if you're just getting started, I'm going to suggest that you break down, let me show you this picture. I'm going to share my screen here. Okay, so make that a little bit bigger. I want to show you this. This is pretty cool. So guys, when bodybuilders are trying to put on muscle and get more mass, they're going to eat more carbs. So we're not going to do low carb, but I'm saying like most people who moderately start, and even like if you're using MyFitnessPal, it'll set you up for 50% of your calories coming from carbs, 30% of your calories coming from protein, and 20% of your calories coming from fat. That is an awesome place to start because you're not going to feel deprived. You're going to be able to eat almost everything that you normally eat, which is great. Oh, hi. And I'll talk more about that in just a second. When a bodybuilder is trying to put on bulk and mass, they're going to up their carbs. So if you tend to eat like a ton, like that's like 60%, and you're struggling to lose weight, lose fat, that's why. So we're not going low carb, but I'm saying to start for moderate, you might want to do 50%, 30%, 20%, and I'll show you how to get that. Bear with me. What I personally do is 40, 30, 30. So 40% of my calories come from carbs, 30% of my calories come from protein, and 30% of my calories come from fat. So you'll see that on the lower carb for fat loss. And you guys probably hear everybody's talking about keto, right? What's keto? That is 5% of your calories coming from carbs. So you can say goodbye to potatoes. You can say goodbye to pizza. You can say goodbye to bread, oatmeal, like all of that stuff. And you eat 20% of your calories coming from protein and 75% of your calories coming from fat. So that's like oils and avocado and peanut butter and very high fat foods. That's fine if you want to try that, if you want to do that to lose weight. But what I always tell my clients is that when you leave that diet, you're probably going to gain some of that back, because if you can make keto work for the rest of your life, then try it. But if you can't make it work for the rest of your life, why gain back the weight you lose when you could still lose weight at a moderate to lower carb amount, right? And carbs aren't bad. So I'm going to teach you how you can get your results and still have the things that you like. So I like to call this, I guess, flexible dieting. A lot of people call it that. You may have heard if it fits your macros. But clean foods are best, knowing what ingredients are, fruits, vegetables, protein, stuff like that. But knowing your macros does allow you to have treats. For example, I can fit, some pizza for dinner into my macros, have healthier meals around that, and still be able to reach my goals. So let's talk about that. We're going to go into the macronutrient calculator. And for example, okay, so you can see here's the high carb if you are trying to put on mass. Here's the 50, 30, 20, which is a good start. Here's the 40, 30, 30, and then a lower carb. Keto's not on here. You could figure that out on your own, but this is an easy way. So this is macronutrientcalculator.com. And my personal calorie needs are 1668. Okay. And I want the 40, 30, 30. So I click that and calculate, and it shows how many grams per day I get for each macronutrient. So I get 167 grams of carbohydrates, 125 grams of protein, and 56 grams of fat. Could I figure this out with the math? Absolutely. I have 1,668 calories. I'm going to take 40% of that from carbs, and I know that carbs are 4 calories per gram. So you could do the math, but this is easier. So you can just go to this site and figure it out what it is on your own. And then you need to track your foods. Now, how can you easily track your foods, guys? There are 3 ways. 3 ways to track your foods. You could write it all down in a journal and look up food. You can use MyFitnessPal, which is a free app. You can also use portion fix containers. These are pretty popular. A lot of my clients use these because the way that it's set out is automatically, if you do the regular portion fix, it's automatically 50, 30, 20. If you do the portion fix extreme, it's automatically 40, 30, 30. How easy is that? So these are portioned out and you get so many a day. So this is like vegetables. You would just fill this with your vegetables for the day. And then just following those containers, you already know that you're fitting your macros and you don't have to count anything. That's easy. That's super easy. But you could also do it in MyFitnessPal. So you go under goals here, under your account. You can do this on your phone or on the computer. Let it load here. It's taking forever. Evelyn's being so good, my little 1-year-old. Oh, come on. Why are you being so slow? Well, anyway, so as this is loading, let's chat. I believe in 80-20 lifestyle. That means I eat 80% of my food is healthy, clean foods, vegetables, fruit, protein, healthy fats, the whole thing. And 20% of my food is treats, stuff I like to eat because I don't want to deprive myself. And I know that a lot of people, when they deprive themselves, will end up swinging. It's like a pendulum. If you swing to one extreme, you're going to swing back the other way. So if you find, oh, I eat great for 3 days and then I just fall off the wagon, you're probably pulling it too far to an extreme. So there it goes. Okay, so daily nutrition goals, click edit. And then you can adjust your percentages here. So you can see mine are set at 40, 30, 30. And I just follow that. So then in my day, food, you can see my breakfast, my snack, my lunch, my my afternoon snack, and I still haven't added dinner or eaten dinner, but I can see, okay, I have 800 calories remaining. Of those calories, about 55 grams of carbs, 34 grams of fat, and 64 grams of protein. Now this is a guideline. We're not looking for perfection. If you go over 5 grams of carbs, whoop-de-doo, guess what? It's not going to be a big deal. Don't worry about it. I feel when people are try so hard to strive for perfection, then they get really frustrated. You know, and you can adjust your percentages as needed. I would go with it for about a month and then see, and then, you know, you can change it up as needed. But so let's say, you know, I've had a really great week. I've been eating really healthy, and I'm ready to have a treat meal. I'm going to put that in here into my Fitness Pal or into my containers and just go around that. You know, I can have a burger and fries and make it fit my macros and still get all my results that I'm looking for. And I feel that balance, that healthy balance of eating healthy foods and treats is the reason that myself and my clients have success. You know, even with these containers, with the Portion Fix, you know, pizza is a blue container for your cheese. It's a slice of pizza is a yellow container for your dough. It's a red container for your protein, you know, and a green container for your sauce and whatever veggies you put on top. So it's really easy, guys, to have the foods you like, still reach your goals, but strive for that 80% lifestyle. 80% of your foods are healthy, clean, whole foods that you know the ingredients to, and 20% is treats, okay? So what you can do is you can set this up and start right away, or you could just track like a regular eating week and see what range you fall in naturally. And maybe, you know, you just need to pull down your carbs a little bit to reach your goal. Or, you know, maybe you're eating too much of one way or the other, or you're not getting enough healthy whole foods, which is giving you your nutrients, your vitamins, your minerals, your fiber, and all that good stuff. All right, so we're going to start here. This is a good starting point for us. We're going to add more. This is going to go today through Friday, and we'll continue to adjust. But what I would love to know below this video, here's your homework. I want you to tell me your calorie goal. So your target calorie goal, whether you stopped at step 2 or you did step 3, either way, tell me your calorie goal. And then I want you to tell me which breakdown you're choosing, whether it's 40-30-30 or 50-30-20, or even if you're doing keto. I know we have a couple people in here who are doing that. I want to know what the breakdown is of your nutrients, your macros, excuse me. So you saw my daily goals. I have 168 grams of carbs, 56 grams of fat, and 126 grams of protein per day. Those are my goals per day. So I want to know what yours will be per day, and then the breakdown that you choose. Okay? All right, that's a good start. Hopefully that's lifted some of the fog with macros. And yeah, look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.